Jersey is...
Jersey is... It's not the trash can that everybody calls it.
Jersey is...
Jersey is...
Jersey is my home.
I'm from Plainsboro, New Jersey.
Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Jersey is my home. You took my answer. Mattawa, New Jersey.
Hazlet, New Jersey.
Kearney, New Jersey.
If you could look into the camera and tell us your name and where you're from. This is New Jersey. In July of 1916, there were a series of deadly shark attacks along the Jersey shore. Some of the first recorded and publicized attacks in the history of America. 4 people were killed. 1 was injured. Those incidences inspired the book and the film, Jaws. At a recent big screen showing of the film at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, we asked fans about their love of the film and their fear of the water.
There's too many captains on this island. $10,000 for me by myself. For that you get the head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Geez, I must have been about 14, 15 years old. My mother dropped me off at the theater. I went and saw it all by myself. And I remember it scared the daylights out of me.
I took her to see Jaws when it first came out, and she was just little. She had a little lamb. I had to call a neighbor to come and take her home. I didn't realize how scary it would be.
I like when they cut his stomach open and the girl's arm comes out.
P.S. I don't go in the water at all.
It scared me, but she hasn't gone in the ocean since she saw it.
It's been always my #1 favorite movie all my life.
Here we are in Red Bank, New Jersey at the Count Basie Theater. Every summer they show old films on the big screen. People love to come see them because they only usually get to see them at home on the television screen. So once upon a time, years ago, there's certain movies you went to see on the big movie screen and you haven't seen them that way since. So this summer they're showing a movie that happens to be synonymous with summertime, especially on the Jersey Shore. And that movie is Jaws. Talk to you for a second?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe? All right. So, you a fan?
I like it. It's a good movie.
I mean, have you seen it a lot in your life?
4, 5, 6 times.
You from around here?
Maplewood.
Did you go to the shore?
Yeah.
Does this film scare you about going into the water?
Yeah, it does. I don't like going in the water. No.
You don't like it?
No.
Because of sharks?
No, I just don't like the water.
So what is it about this film that you think makes it so successful and popular over all these years?
It's really scary. Steven Spielberg's a really good director.
It scared the hell out of me, and I wouldn't go in the water beyond my knees.
After I saw it, I went swimming in like a pond or something. I felt something crawl on me. And I actually had in my mind that Jaws was going to get me. And that was it. I was like, I'm not going in the ocean. So I swam as fast as I could to shore. That scared the stuff out of me. And, I used to think that he was going to get me.
You know what I always remember? When I came out of the theater, there was a giant puddle in front of the movie theater, and I walked around it. And as a kid, you usually dance through it, right? Probably just a short while. I still think about them when I'm out there.
So, like, for the last 30 years, you haven't gone in the ocean?
Barely. She sits at the beach club and doesn't go in.
It's all because of this movie. Yeah. So what part scared you the most?
Everything.
The cinematography is beautiful. John Williams' music is iconic.
Dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Dun-dun, dun-dun, that,
Dun-dun, dun-dun. Sure. John Williams. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
I like the music, the score, John Williams score. Dun-dun, dun-dun. It's like so iconic. It's great. It's my favorite thing.
Still, I hear the dun 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 when I go in the water.
It's very accessible. My teachers in film school screened it for me.
I was just about to ask you, are you a filmmaker?
I am. It gets screened in film schools, and but everybody's seen it. It's a very accessible film. Spielberg makes accessible films.
I think my favorite was, I think it's Quinn. Is that his name? And he starts singing the song when they were all drunk. And I think that's my favorite part of the sing. About the way to go home. That song.
So when they're all sitting around.
Right, and he's telling the story of the Indianapolis, how it went down in World War II.
Yeah, famous speech.
Right.
That he was drunk when he tried to do it the first time and failed
I heard
at
about
it.
that.
Then he
And
came
he
back
apologized.
and did it
Yes,
again.
see, I know my Jaws trivia.
There you go.
The biggest quote is, we're going to need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. That's the one.
Is this the one we're gonna need a bigger boat? Right, that one.
Is there anything else that everybody has said? Come on, there's a bunch.
I remember screaming. Lots of screaming when this started. Yeah, that'd be my line.
It's the classic. You're gonna have to get a bigger boat. I use it all the time.
You commit. Like, in what instance would you use that in life or something else?
I use it on the job. I own a construction company. So gonna have to get a bigger hammer. Gonna have to get a bigger toolbox, So I kind of use that paraphrase into that.
Also, you see these people kind of survive and make it through. Do you think that has any impact on why it's so successful?
Of course. I mean, any story that someone's successful and they get through their hardships, I mean, that's human nature. We want survival. We want to be our best.
Do you relate to that at all?
Of course. I'm human. Yeah.
In what way?
I feel like every single person, including myself, has the point in their life that they're striving to get somewhere, or they have a belief system that they're trying to implement. And when you see the results, the positive results of the hard work and determination, I mean,
So like what's something that happened in your life that you were able to overcome?
I guess, I went back to school to be a teacher, and that's like I got my master's degree, and I mean, that was hard work for me as an adult to go back, and I did that. So it's just determination.
So life was hard. The sharks were out to get you, and you were able to survive and make it through.
Of course.
So what's your story? Like, what's your shark that you've been able to beat?
You're gonna have to call me for an interview because we could talk all night about that one.
It's just anybody can watch Jaws and have a good time. I think that's why it's so good.
Okay. Oh.
Don't film my dirty staircase. Hi, I'm Johnna. I'm from Red Bank, and I volunteer here at the Monmouth County SPCA doing cat socialization. Basically, that means I play with the cats. Would you like to come out? Yeah, you want to come out. I thought I should, find something that I would like to do rather than just, I mean, there's so many ways that a person can volunteer their free time. Come here, good boy. Yeah, come over here. Get over here. But my passion is cats, so I went online to the SPCA website and filled out a volunteer application with them because I knew that it was important to volunteer for something I'm passionate about, and I'm passionate about cats. I've lived with cats for most of my life, and some of my best friends have been cats. I enjoy them, and I think they enjoy my company too. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit.
Johnna White is one of our awesome cat socializers. In order to become a volunteer, you would go through our main volunteer orientation. You can apply through our website, monmouthcountyspca.org, or you can come in person and fill out an application or call us. So, for instance, Johnna wanted to help socialize our kitties, so she then took a brief class on cat socialization. And if you want to help walk the dogs, you would take a dog walking class. And then we have volunteers who help with various different things other than hands-on with the animals. I am Perry Blend. I'm the volunteer coordinator here at the Monmouth County SPCA.
Oh. Yeah, hi. It's like, I don't know what took me so long. This is great. I get to be helping the cats to stay social, which means, keep them used to human contact. Here he comes. Come on, Stuart.
We wouldn't be able to do what we do. We don't euthanize adoptable pets. That's why we get overcrowded, and we do things like this. We put cats in ferret cages in our exotic room because we run out of space. Without the volunteers to help us care for all these animals, we wouldn't be able to do this. We just don't have enough staff. So the volunteers help us make sure all the animals are healthy. They make sure all the animals get human socialization and care, make sure they get out of the cages and run around, get their exercise, and basically help us run the business. My name is Lori Garrison. I'm the Executive Director for the Monmouth County SPCA.
I think of it this way. I've had lots of friends in my life who've come and gone, and, family, people pass away from this world, and, you make friends with these cats, but it's got to be temporary. I mean, that's the goal, is that I'm not coming here a year from now seeing Marilyn. I don't want to see her a year from now. I don't want to see her 2 months from now. My hope is that she goes into a forever home, and I'll remember her. I take pictures. I'll remember her. I think missing them is nothing compared to the joy of knowing that they've gone into a loving home. And I look look at my cats that I live with, and you know, they never have to worry. And it would be nice for these guys to have the same experience, you know, never having to worry if they're loved. What I've learned from cats is that spot in the sun is good. Cool, fresh drinking water, some good food to eat, a soft place to snuggle, some kind of entertainment in the form of maybe a toy mouse or sitting in the window watching the birds. I think that cats help to remind people to just simplify. Just simplify, and all you need is love. And a few little creature comforts, you know. And the thing about cats that's interesting too is that even when they're at rest, they're not doing nothing. They're listening, they're smelling the smells, they're ready to spring into action, you know, but they don't stay tense, and, you know, they don't hold on to tension. They just, when they run around, they run around, and when they're at rest, they're at rest. So they really live a life that I would like to emulate. I'd like to be more like my cats. I'd like to be more like a cat.
If I don't go to DC.
spider you crawl, crushing creatures big and small, crocheting love and showing beauty. I know you're lying and I pray you fall, 'cause I'm living in your shadow. Na 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 na, pulling me under. Na 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 na, I'm starting to taste the saline as you carelessly pull me from the streets below. You got a mouth and so use it, intriguing lyrics dropped in spit. You get angry when we question, we just rather throw a fit, 'cause I'm living in your shadow. Na 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 na, pulling me under. Na 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 na, starting to taste the saline as you carelessly pull me from the streets below. Pull out your whip, let me in. Behind your mask holds a grin. Look at this mess you made, a web of lies that you crochet, broken bodies on the floor, knowing where they have strayed, 'cause I'm living in your shadow. Na 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 na, pulling me under. Na 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 na, I'm starting to taste the saline as you carelessly pull me from the streets below. I'm living in your shadow, pulling me under. I'm starting to taste the saline as you carelessly pull me from the streets below.
We are exactly what you see, bruised and scraped up knees. Still we find our way. Some come as quickly as they go, some choose their own roads, still they find their way. And God knows how hard it is to lose. Pray to whichever one you choose, that you will find your way. Now we find our 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 way.